Hello, welcome back to LK Tuition. My name's Lucas and today we're going to be looking at converting units of speed, density and pressure. So there is a separate video on speed, density and pressure, all the formulas and how to use them. Check that out, but today we're just going to be looking at the units, so it'll be a nice quick video, I'm hoping. Alright, so let's just have a little look. Now, first of all, we're going to see what compound measures are, and compound just means a measure that's made up of two or more other measures, and speed, density and pressure all deal with two types of measures. So speed is made up of distance and time, and that's the formula, isn't it? Distance over time. Density is made up of mass and volume. Density is mass divided by volume, and pressure is made up of force and area. Okay, so I'll just write these formulas out again. It's always good to be reminded of them. So speed is distance over time. Density, oh, that's supposed to be a different colour. Density is mass over volume, and pressure is force over area. Okay, so because we've got two things going on, these are compound measures. Now, how do you convert units of compound measures? Well, to convert the units of compound measures, you just need to convert the individual units separately. So for example, let's say we want to convert the speed 40 kilometers an hour into meters per second. So if we're looking at it, we're looking at converting kilometers to hours, and we're also looking at converting meters to seconds. Sorry, that's the wrong way around. We're converting ignore me. We're converting kilometers to meters and we're converting hours into seconds. Okay, that makes more sense. So if we just do these conversions, so in terms of distance, we've got that 40 kilometers is 40,000 meters. And in terms of time, we've got that 1 hour is 60 minutes and 60 minutes is 3,600 seconds. So our speed, which is distance over time, is going to be 40,000 divided by 3,600, which is going to be 11.1 recurring meters per second. So all we're doing is changing each unit individually and then putting it back into the formula to figure out what it is. Okay, let's have a look at some examples now. You can use a calculator for these. Feel free to have a go at yourself. Just be careful of 3 and 4 because there you'll have to convert units of area and volume. There is a separate video on that, so check that out if you're not sure. But otherwise, just have a go. So let's do it together. So we're going to try question 1 first. We want to write 70 kilometers an hour in meters per second. Okay, well, let's convert. So 1 kilometer, well, we want to turn 70 kilometers into meters. So 70 kilometers is the same as 70,000 meters. And we want hours into seconds. So from before, we've got that 1 hour is the same as 3,600 seconds. So we want our answer. So this is going to be, so 70 kilometers an hour. We want this to be 70,000 kilometers an hour, but we want to divide that by seconds, so 3,600, and that'll give us our answer. So this is 70,000 divided by 3,600, and that gives us 19.4 recurring meters per second. All right, next one, we want to write 12.42 meters a second in kilometers. 2 ins there, in kilometers per minute. So 12.42 meters is the same as, well, this time we want to divide by 1,000. So this is going to be 0.01242 kilometers. And then we want to figure out, well, 1 second is 1/60th of a minute. Okay, so 1 second is the same as 1/60th of a minute. So in our answer then, we want to do 12.42 divided by, well, 1/60th. But that's the same as timesing it by 60. So, oops, sorry, I've put 12.42 and it should be what we've converted it as, which was 0.01242. And dividing by 1/60th is the same as timesing by 60. So this is 0.01242 times 60. I mean, if you put divide by 1/60th into your calculator, you'd get the same answer. So 0.01242 times 60. And we end up with 0.7452 kilometers per minute. Okay. All right, number 3, we want to write the pressure 15 newtons per meter squared in newtons per centimeter squared. Now, so let's just remember our area conversions. So 1 meter squared, well, 1 meter, let's start with the simple version. So 1 meter is the same as 100 centimeters. So 1 meter squared, we're going to have to square the 100, so that's going to be 100 times 100, which is 10,000 centimeters squared. So our pressure, well, the Newton stays the same. So 15 is going to stay the same, but instead of per meter squared, it's per centimeter squared. So we want to divide this by 10,000. Okay, so 15 divided by 10,000. That gives us 0.0015 newtons per centimetre squared. Okay, all right, and then the last one, we want to write the density 2,712 kilograms per metre cubed in grams per centimetre cubed. All right then, so let's just give ourselves a bit more room up here. So firstly, we want to do kilograms into grams. So 2,712 kilograms is the same as 2,712,000 grams. So I've just times that by 1,000. And then we want meters cubed to centimeters cubed. So again, if we go from this idea here, we can times again. Can I draw on my own face? Oh, I can, that's good. So 1 meter cubed, made a mess now. Let's rub that out. So I'll use the same idea. So 1 meter cubed times by another 100 to get the cubed, you're going to get 1 million centimeters cubed. Okay, so do I go in front? Sorry, I'm just messing around with that now. Okay, so we've got our kilograms, so it's going to be 2,712,000 like that, divided by 1 million. Okay, so 2,712 divided by, yeah, and it's just going to end up as 2.712, and it's the density, so it's grams per centimetre cubed. Okay, all right, so a little bit fiddly, but hopefully it was all okay. All right, and then finally, let's just have a look at a couple of worded examples. Feel free to pause the video and try them. Excuse me, you can use a calculator, and otherwise we'll do it together. Okay, so number 5. In 1997, Andy Green broke the world land speed record by driving a turbofan jet-powered car at 1,228 kilometers per hour. What is this world record in meters per second? Okay, so we want kilometers per hour into meters per second. So 1,228 kilometers is the same as 1,228,000 meters. And also we know that 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So the record is going to be speed, the distance, sorry, over the time. And we use a calculator. So 1,228,000 divided by 3,600, which gives us 341.1 recurring, and that is meters per second. So over 300 meters every second. That's pretty fast. Okay, then number 6, the densest material on Earth. I thought it was diamond, but it's not. It's the metallic element osmium, apparently, which has 22 grams per cubic centimetre. What is the density of osmium in kilograms per cubic metre? Okay, so again, let's just get our conversion. So we're going from centimetres to metres. So 1 metre is 100 centimetres. 1 metre squared is 10,000 centimetres squared, and 1 metre cubed is 1 million centimetres cubed. Okay, great. So it has 22 grams per cubic centimetre, and we want it in kilograms. So our next little conversion is that 22 grams is the same as 0.022 kilograms. Okay, so what we're going to get then is it's going to be 0.022, and we want to divide that by 1 million. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty small number. I'm just doubting how the question is, because it's going to be extremely small. But that is absolutely fine, and it's so small it's given us it in standard form, but that's fine. So it's 2.2 times 10 to the minus 8 kilograms per cubic meter. Okay, but that makes sense that it will be really small because it's 22 grams per cubic meter, so that's going to be even smaller if you think of it in kilograms. And that's how many are in a centimetre cubed. But if we're thinking about a metre cubed, that's going to be even less inside one of those. Okay, so it's ended up as a bit of an interesting answer, but hopefully you've looked at standard form before. But there we go. Alright, so that's the end of this video. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for some more maths videos.